Yeah.
The next one. The best businesses don't come from business schools.
The best businesses don't come...
Or the biggest businesses, or whatever you want to frame it.
I think that's overrated because you'll have people like, well, Shaq never went to college or never graduated from college, or Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard and Facebook, and like, yeah, there are those situations, but for a normal person, no, getting a college degree is a great thing. But one thing I got to say is people need to realize not everyone has to go to college. There's so many great careers you can do without a college education, which is weird having me say that being a college professor, but it's realistic. There's so many wonderful opportunities out there that it's not just going to college. You can do great things. Like my buddy's an electrician who makes like 5 times more money than I do. And that's what he does. Yeah, I'm like, that's awesome. My friend of mine owns a lawn cutting business. Makes 10 times more money than I do. Just cutting lawns. Like just find something that works for you. It doesn't have to be, like with a 4-year degree. But I think one of the things, if you want to get into a business, it is so helpful having that knowledge because you don't know what you don't know. Like that's one thing I tell my students. I'm like, look, if you're in the Geese College of Business, you're smart. Like if you're at U of I, you're an engineer. You guys are smart. Like I don't even have to ask. You're smart. I know you're smart. You go to U of I. But that smartness, it's a gift for us that we should share. We should help people. And so I tell my students, you're studying business. Go help out a nonprofit organization. When you get out of school or now, like, because you have people that want to do better in the community, but a lot of them don't have any business background. The fact that you've taken accounting, you can help them with their accounting. I remember I helped out our local Red Cross. They're like, oh, do you want to give out the cookies? Yeah, when we give like this, everyone wants to give out the cookies, I'm like, no, can I make your PowerPoint slides better? Because you're like trying to raise money and it looks like a 3-year-old made your slides. You're like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Like just using some of those professional skills out there makes a huge difference. And sort of that's why some most small businesses fail, right? And some of it's because you just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So that's why I think business school is actually a very helpful thing. It's not underrated. It's that overrated, like, only it's because they had a great idea. Like that's one thing I think is also a thing. I don't know if you have this one, overrated, underrated. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to quit your job. I think that's overrated because you can have a job and have your business as well. Because I love my job. I wouldn't quit my job teaching here. Geese is U of I is a fantastic place, but I'm not gonna quit it to just do my own business because you can do both. And that's where some people they'll shame people like, oh, how could you do something else? Like, why don't you go all in? This proves you don't care enough about this business to go all in. I'm like, no, I'm realistic. I have a business that makes money, but I like the fact that I have retirement. I like the fact that I have insurance. I have life insurance. I have this stuff. I get to work with some of the best students in the world.
And I like it.
And I like it, right? And so there's another overrated, underrated.